There are dozens, if not hundreds, of quality reviews of the HiBy M300 digital audio player on YouTube. So instead of rehashing all that good work, we're going to look at one particular use case and how well it performs. That of being a portable PlexAmp media player. Stick around.
Let's go into the Bungalow world.
Before we get into our use case, I do want to assure you of a few things regarding the HiBy M300 as a digital audio player, or DAP. First, it has high-quality playback of locally stored FLAC files, and that's what every good DAP should aspire to be, first and foremost. Second, the build quality is excellent, it has good battery life, and it is built around a very scaled-down and fast Android 13, which means the initial boot up is a bit slow, but you gain all the benefits of having a Google Play Store-backed Android device at your disposal. Oh, and you can get it for well under $200, which should put it in the reach of most audio enthusiasts. While I don't care about other online streaming services, thanks to the Android OS, you can get access to pretty much any streaming music service you could possibly want. But we won't be focusing on that. For this video, we only care about PlexAmp. Maybe you're not familiar with PlexAmp or its server software, Plex, so let's talk about that for a brief minute. Plex is a free piece of software that lets you host your own media server, movies, TV shows, music, and even tune in over-the-air TV with the right setup. You can then consume your own hosted media anywhere in the world using the amazing Plex mobile and TV apps, or just play it in your browser from wherever. PlexAmp is a mobile, TV, and desktop app that opens a dedicated player window into your Plex hosted music files. Think of it as your own personal Spotify, but with no ads and no fees, where it has all the music you care about the most, regardless of distribution rights, and you control the quality and format of the music that plays on it. Plex and PlexAmp themselves would need whole videos of their own to do them justice, and if you want to see that, leave a comment down below. Oh, and if you'd like to see a video on how to rip your own CDs, let me know about that too. Let's just say if you were a fan of Subsonic back in the day, you're gonna love WinAmp. I use WinAmp on my phone, in my car, on my desktop PCs, and once I tried out a few DAPs that did not run Android, I realized that any personal media player was going to need to offer up the app I use the most to consume music. I set my sights at the price tag of under $200, and at that price range, you have to give something up. In the case of the M300, what you're giving up is the USB pass-through DAC, meaning you cannot use the M300 as a DAC for your PC or other device. I was actually cool with that, but I still wanted a quality internal DAC, Android 13, which gives me PlexAmp, and a few other things, and it turned out that the M300 met the needs. The M300 UI is pretty damn snappy, and there's enough RAM in the device to make it not suck. There are different launchers you can use, Niagara is pretty good, and of course, the sky is the limit with which internal player you want. The built-in HiBy player is one of the best ones I've seen, but of course you can use Foobar 2000 or whatever else you like right off the Google Play Store. But we're here to look at PlexAmp. PlexAmp is feature-rich, allowing fully curated playlists of your own or using its own algorithms, producing discovery-type playlists around genre, mood, time periods. It's great. It's easy to use. It looks gorgeous. It's full of neat features that were obviously made for audiophiles by audiophiles. Thanks to the respectable internals of the M300, PlexAmp performs incredibly well. It's snappy, there's no playback issues, even with high-quality lossless self-hosted files. It was almost like the M300 was made for this use case, and not all Android-based DAPs can say that. But it isn't all wine and roses here. If you want to use PlexAmp for your locally stored music, well, you can't. It's tightly coupled to your Plex server. There is offline play for PlexAmp if you're willing to download the songs from the app to your local storage. But due to the nature of Android security, other apps can't get access to the files. Even if they could, the storage format PlexAmp uses wouldn't lend itself well to external players. So you can't really share music. You either use the local storage in a player that works well with it and then use PlexAmp as a streaming solution, or you can put all your eggs in the PlexAmp basket and download all your music via playlists in PlexAmp for offline play. There's apparently a 24-hour playback cap on playlists, so that might be an issue for some folks. For me, all I want is PlexAmp, so this should be just fine in my case. For those of you with huge music collections that are not all encompassed by Plex playlists, you may want to take the approach of keeping all your favorite music locally and using the built-in player, and then supplement that with your Plex library when Wi-Fi is available. At the end of the day, I managed to find exactly what I needed in the M300, and I bet you will too. Do you own the M300? Love PlexAmp? Tell us about it in the comments below. If this helped you out, like, subscribe, thrash that notification bell. Thanks for stopping by and watching my videos. I'm Shane R. Monroe. We'll see you next time. Take care.